Another thing about us, those of us that are in this truth, that understand this truth, we are men of vision. We are men of vision, outer vision and inner vision. Inner vision is the most important part, the ability to see the future. Okay? Remember, the prophets were called what? They were called seers. The word seer means a visionary. We're able to see into the future, man. We do see that one day this planet Earth is going to be ruled in righteousness, pursuant to 2 Peter 3 and 13. We're going to see a pristine planet Earth, man. All right, it's going to go back to how it was during the time of the Garden of Eden, even better than the Garden of Eden, which the Garden of Eden, the word Eden is from the Hebrew Idan, which means joy or paradise. The joy and paradise of the Heavenly Father is the earth. He created the earth to be a joy and a paradise. Now, the Garden of Eden was Palestine, the chosen land, Israel. That is the Garden of Eden. Okay, so once again, this earth, after all this hell is passed, after the storm is passed, this earth is going to once again be the Garden of Eden, like it's supposed to be. And we're looking forward for that. Again, 2 Peter 3 and 13, we look for new heavens and a new earth. New heavens meaning new rulership. New earth meaning the earth will be rejuvenated based upon the word new from the Greek kainos. The earth will be rejuvenated and it's going to be in righteousness. That's what we're looking for.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved under fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. But beloved, being not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein, shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, when the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakapadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into this afternoon, dealing with Tobit, the 8th chapter. All right, and this is, when Tobias, okay, the son of Tobit, and Sarah, all right, are going to become married. Okay, it's going to be a union, a joining of two houses. Okay, and you know how we like, to get into, the dynamic of family, the structure, of family. All right, and righteousness. You see, so let's start off and just go straight to it. Go to the book of Tobit, the 8th chapter. And what we're going to see, is the title of the lesson is a man and a wife that agree together. Okay, now this is So this is the book of Tobit, chapter 8, verse 1. And it says, and when they had supped, okay, or had eaten, they brought Tobias in unto her. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael and took the ashes of the perfumes and put the heart and the liver of fish thereupon and made a smoke therewith. The which smell, when the evil spirit had smelled, he fled into the outmost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him. Okay, so the demon, that was on Sarah, that was pretty much putting to death all the men, that had attempted, to marry her. Okay, the angel gave Tobias the cheat code to get rid of that demon, that spirit. Okay, and it was eventually bound. Okay, and it says, and after that they were both shut in together, Tobias rose out of the bed and said, Sister, arise and let us pray that the Most High will have pity on us. Okay, so now after the evil spirit, has been bound. Okay, now Tobias, even before he performs, the act of marriage, the consummation, what does he do? He goes to, all right, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai in prayer. Okay, now why is Tobias so spiritual? Okay, the father he comes from. Okay, why is Sarah so submissive? The father she comes from. Okay, family structure is extremely important, especially as we, as Israelites, are in order under our power. Okay, you see a standard. All right, you see a standard in place, and what Esau Edom has done. Okay, within this time, he has removed the standard from family structure, man, and you see what we have today. Okay, so it says, and after that, they were both shut in together. Tobias rose out of the bed and said, Sister, arise and let us pray that the Most High will have pity on us. Okay, it said, then began Tobias to say, Blessed art thou, O power of our fathers, and blessed is thy holy and glorious name forever. Let the heavens bless thee and all thy creatures. Thou madest Adam and gave him Eve his wife as a helper and stay. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, it is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. And now, O Lord, I take not this my sister for lust. You see that? I take not this my sister for lust, but uprightly. Therefore, mercifully ordain, all right, that we may become aged together. So he's praying, for a long marriage, and he made a heavy point in the spirit that they didn't come together based solely off lust. Okay, of course, there's a sexual attraction, natural sexual attraction between man and a woman. Okay, but that can never be the basis, okay, of a marriage. Okay, it was in the spirit. It was in order. You know, that's what the marriage was based on. That's why he went. That's why Tobias went directly to prayer. Okay, in verse 8, and she said, "What? Oh boy, so like, yeah, it says, and she said with him, Amun. Okay, which means let it be. Which she was in full agreement. Okay, but now let's get some more precepts. So let's go here. Because they used to throw this precept around the church with no meaning, okay, with no context. When you get here, Proverbs, all right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 22. Okay, it said, "Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord." Okay, but this wasn't just for any wife, man. Okay, those the scriptures give us the qualities that a woman should have. Okay, we're going to go into these things. So the Lord is all about a man and wife. He's all about that structure of family, and unity between man and wife. The Lord favors that, man. Okay, but the favor comes from the man being in order under Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, and the wife being in order under the man. That's where the favor comes from. Okay, and you find a woman, okay, that's in agreement. You found a good thing that's in agreement with how you move. Then you find a good thing, man. Okay, so let's get that, and Sarah was in complete, all right, print, in order, which her name Shariah in the Hebrew, which means what, princess. Okay, so let's get this in Sirach 25. Yeah, start at 1. So this Sirach 25 and 1. Okay, and if a brother can post it, desire not a woman for beauty. I think that's in Sirach as well. But this Sirach 25 and 1, it says, "In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before the Most High and men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together." Okay, and this is what we see happening amongst the ministry. First, the unity of brethren, and we're unified in Yahweh Shai. Okay, you are unified in this standard. You see, a man and a wife that agree together, man, agree together in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Okay, that's what the Lord is about, man. That's how He intended marriage to be. Okay, as men, as Israelite men, His Son, us, being in possession of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, we serving Him and doing His will. Okay, and the woman was created to be a helpmeet in there, the aid in that. Okay, but it has been thrown off course, especially in this time, man, where their order was just thrown into chaos, man. All right, when He liberated a woman from her order, they threw marriage into chaos, man. Okay, and that's why you go here. What's putting everything back into perspective? You see, let's get Wisdom of Solomon 8. I think we started 1. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 1. It says, "Wisdom reaching from one end to another mightily, and sweetly does she order all things." Okay, so what's putting everything in order? Wisdom. The wisdom from who? Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. It's putting everything back in order, all right, amongst the believers, man. Okay? Now things are being ordered correctly. And what does it create? It creates peace. Okay? It creates peace, man. When you throw Yahweh Shai in the equation, it creates peace. Okay? That's why you have that peace between brethren. All right? Because of the wisdom of Yahweh Shai, man. The standard of Yahweh Shai. All right? There's forms of peace between marriage when what? Yahweh Shai is in the equation, man. That's what creates the peace. Anything outside of Yahweh Shai is chaos, man. And it's been proven. You see? It's been proven. All right? So let's go back into it. Let's get this. This lesson ain't going to be too long. I just want to hit the points. Let's go back here. I guess 26. Yeah. All right, this is Sirach 26 and 1. It says, "Blessed is a man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth for her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace." Okay? Because you look at you know, you look at now where you have men and women at war with each other. All right. Well, this order comes from what, man? A doctrine of the serpent. It wasn't intended. This ain't what the Lord intended, for men and women to be at war. Okay, this is a result of the doctrine of the serpent, man. So-called women's liberation and women's empowerment, and, which puts the mindset on the woman to rebel against her natural order, man. Okay, and put her at odds, all right, with men. Okay, it says a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that feareth the Lord. Okay, so a goodly woman is a gift, you know, to a man that feared the Lord. All right, and that's why you seen Tobias was given Sarah. Okay, and in some form, we're getting back to this, man. Because this is what the ministry is about, is us healing, okay, from Babylon, man, and we're getting back, you know, to functioning in righteousness under Yahweh. And we're seeing the Lord move. The Lord make moves, man. Okay, and some things, ain't gonna be fully restored into the kingdom. You see, this is verse 14. It says, "A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed." Okay, because the Lord created the woman to take instruction from the man. Okay, to carry out instruction from a man, like Elder Ariala made the uh, analogy, because marriage is a business first and foremost. You know, marriage is based off, a business. All right, first and foremost. Okay, then you get into the affection, the little cute things of the cute aspect of it. Okay, but first and foremost is established as like a business structure. Okay, well, man will be likened to a CEO, which means what? Chief Executive Officer, which means he will have the last say so in the decision making. Okay, and a woman would be like a COO, which is a Chief Operating Officer. Okay, which means she would take the instructions, all right, from the husband, okay, and operate the household based off those instructions, man. Okay, that's why you would need a woman with a mind well instructed. Okay, because you look at it, the Israelite woman, she's an Israelite, so she still has qualities above all women of the earth. Okay, Esau just turned it and weaponized it against the men, all right, of Israel, against the Israelite man. Okay, but a woman, when she gears her energy towards a household, okay, that becomes a valuable asset to the house, because the woman, the Israelite woman, has superior administrative skills. That's why they go so hard and thrive in Esau's, workplace, because they naturally have that gift, of being an administrator, you know, to running operations within the system that's already established. Okay, Esau Edom has a system that's already established, and when he liberated the woman out the house, okay, it was pretty much to come and work for him, to be his chief of operations. Okay, you see, but now everything is being put back in order. Remember, wisdom is putting everything back into perspective, man. Okay, and we're really going to see it fully functioning, in the kingdom, you know. But we get little tokens and glimpses of it here and there. All right, so let's go back here. Now I finish this out. Because then, he made the statement to Bias was like, look, this ain't just based off lust, like this in the spirit. You see, and when you go here to this the brother Bayan Yashala, this Ecclesiastes 25 and 21, it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Yeah, because of course as a man, you want to be attracted, to a woman. That plays a factor, but there shouldn't be the end all be all of the decision of choosing this woman to your house, man. Okay? Because this is how we got a baby daddy and baby mama culture, just men and women making decisions based off pure lust, man. Okay? All these sorry baby daddies that Eve complained about, well, you made that decision based off lust. Okay? Jake complained about these sorry ass women. Well, you made that decision based off lust. Okay? What we see now in society is a society that's based off of lust. Like all these little niggas running around and these little E's running around, them were just decisions of lust. The majority of them, man. No one had intent of marriage. No one, everyone was just so, because Esau pretty much idolized sex to the point to where we was brought up to just think about the act, just to, we were just in the thrill of the act of sex, but we wasn't taught to be husbands and fathers. Okay, just as the women, they wasn't being brought up to be mothers and wives, man. Okay, it was just all self-fulfilling lust, man. It's pretty much the culture that we came up in, man. All right. And now we see the results of it, man. The Lord is showing us we the results of operating outside of his wisdom, man. Okay? And this is what we see today. A culture created by lust. There's a lot of children amongst Jake that are here based off the outfit they daddy wore to the club that night, man. Or the outfit their mother wore to the club that night. Okay? So let's go back to the book of Tobit. We'll just finish it and close out. I just want to touch on that aspect. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 8. All right, this is the book of Tobit, chapter 8, verse 1. It says, that's like verse 9. It says, so they slept both that night, and Ragul arose and went and made a grave, saying, I fear lest he be dead. So the father, he was making a grave, like, damn, he ain't came out of there yet. So he like, he threw. Said, because it happened 7 times before. 7 other men said, saying, I fear lest he be dead. But when Raguel was coming to the house, he said unto his wife Edna, send one of the maids and let her see whether he be alive. If he be not, that we may bury him, and no man know it. So the maid opened the door and went in and found them both asleep, and came forth and told them that he was alive. Then Raguel praised the Most High and said, O power, thou art worthy to be praised with all pure and holy praise. Therefore let thy saints praise thee with all thy creatures, and all thy angels and thine elect praise thee forever. Thou art to be praised, for thou hast made me joyful, and that is not come to me, which I suspected, but thou hast dwelt with us according to thy great mercy. Thou art to be praised, because thou hast made mercy of two that were the only begotten children of their fathers. Grant them mercy, O Lord, and finish their life in health and with joy and mercy. Then Raguel bade his servants to fill the grave, and he kept the wedding feast 14 days. So I had a wedding feast for 14 days. And see, this is what the kingdom, it's gonna be a lot of weddings, a lot of wedding feasts. Okay. And you see what that this father, showing you that the interest of his daughter was a high priority of his, man, and he knew that Tobias came from that good stock, all right, through Tobit. So he knew he had did, it was a blessing to marry his wife off to a man of integrity, man. Okay, he understood that, showing you that that's why the father was very vital in that decision making. Okay, extremely vital in that decision making, man. You see, and it says he kept the wedding feast 14 days, for before the days of the marriage were finished, Raguel had said unto him by an oath that he should not depart till the 14 days of marriage were expired, and then he should take half of his goods, which is inheritance, and go in steadfast and go in safety to his father, and should have the rest when I and my wife be dead. Okay, so they was going into an to inheritance, man. But they'll show you, this is what we're going to get back to in the kingdom, just like in the days of Solomon, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see just constant joining of houses and righteousness, man. Okay, and we see like this current system is making us appreciate. Is going to make us appreciate every aspect of righteousness in the kingdom, man. From the joining of houses and righteousness, the laws being within us. Okay, not having to deal with women, that been with other men. Like, we're gonna enjoy all that in this fullest, man. Like, we're gonna really appreciate it, man. Because we didn't appreciate that coming up. Okay, we wasn't taught to appreciate that. All right, we're gonna get to fully enjoy that in the kingdom, man. Now this is 1 Kings 4:20. It says, Judah and Israel were many as the sand which is by the sea, and multitude, eating and drinking and making merry. Okay, it was good. Family was booming. It was constant marriages and joining of houses and inheritance being passed down, and birth. Just Israelites. Constantly being born. Okay, we're gonna get back to that, man. Under Yahushua, which was King Solomon, if you can receive it. But that's the point. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. Just wanted to harp on that perspective, dealing with chapter 8. Lord will, we just keep going through the chapters, until we finish. I think it's 14 chapters, so we got about 6 more to go, 6 or 7 more to go, so Lord will, we'll make it all the way through. So that's the point, Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters edified. Till next time, I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala, Abba, DTA soon, Shalom.